For me, Dana was in here before, and he said that the last thing he thought you would say after the fight was calling out Jorge Masvidal. Why did you do that?
Just because you got to recognize who's the best of the best in this game, and it's not who they're saying it is. It's who I'm saying it is. It's the guys who've been in here for forever and now are still on the top of the game. Like Pettis just knocked out Thompson, who was just fighting for the 170 title a whole bunch of times, and then he fights Pettis. Pettis just knocks his ass out real quick. Who's the real baddest dude in the 170 division? And then they were trying to pump up a dude, and then Masvidal goes in there and knocks his ass out after he's been in here since I started fighting in 2004, I think. And then I think he's either been there right then or a little longer, and he just did that. And I just did that. So that's the best fighter to me, the best martial artist who's still on top of the game. Like I said, I've been through waves of these guys. There's a couple guys who come in and then they fight for a title or peak in, have 3 good fights. They fight for a title, they get the belt, then they get their ass whipped, then they have another loss, maybe have another win and then another loss, and then they're gone with the win. And that's not the best fighters to me. I've been here in 40 years, fighting, still killing. Remember, like, who was his, like, Jake Ellenberger was, like, peaking for a minute, and then he was the guy, and then he just got worked over, and then he had a couple fights, and he was just gone, and then, like, Rick's story, and I can't even think of other examples, but there's a whole bunch of people. Grant Manor was one of the best guys for a minute, and he's just gone. Everybody's just here and then gone, and here and gone. I'm like, what's up? I'm still here. And those are the best fighters in the world to me.
Nate, it seems like Masvidal's interested in this fight. When, ideally, would you like to compete again?
If everything works out right how it's supposed to work out, then I'll fight next month. If nobody's in a hurry, I want to get this done how it's supposed to be done and do it right and treat it like it should be treated, I ain't even in no rush. So it's not me who's going to be doing the sitting out. It's them that's going to be holding me out, or people not jumping on and trying to get it done. And that's where I've been for the last 3 years, because I never stopped training camp. No one was showing any acknowledgement for being the best fighter in the world, which I am. Just like Masvidal, that's what I'm saying. Like, why ain't nobody fucking like, what? That's the guy to fight. He just beat the best guy, and he's been around doing this the whole time. So I'm into the best martial artists in the world, not like some hold on to you wrestlers who are gonna hold you and hopefully win around and find a loophole to win in these fights and put belts on their waist. Now we're fighting for the baddest motherfucker in the game belt, and that's mine. So I'd like to defend it against Jorge Masvidal. So if you want to be the baddest motherfucker, that's how we're gonna do it. Like I always say it like this: like, you ever like when you get a video game like Street Fighter, like, who are you gonna pick? Who are you gonna pick? You know what I'm saying? I want to pick the baddest looking motherfucker right there who does the coolest shit, and I believe that. I believe that. I believe that I'm the coolest at all these sorry-ass motherfuckers who are just sat around for 3 years and let me whip Conor McGregor's ass, and then nobody said nothing. Like, what? I would have been like, that's the best, baddest dude. He called out dude, he got the fight, he whipped him, and then they robbed him, and then, oh, he's out for 3 years. Like, why didn't somebody step up like, hey, if he's out for 3 years, get your ass back in the game, I'm going to whip your ass. And then I'm like, oh, I got to step back in the game real quick and fight that guy, because I can't be going to the coffee shop and have somebody say, man, that guy said he was going to whip your ass all over the place. I'm like, no, he's not going to whip my ass. That's why I'm going to fight him. So there's your blueprint. And none of these fighters know how to do that, because none of them have imagination. None of them hadn't played Street Fighter or watched a cool movie before. And like, where your head at, you little jock wrestler? You're going to just sit there and do all this politically correct shit? But this is a fight game, dude. Quit acting like this is some professional sport and saying, whatever they want to give me is going to be fine. Saying, no, I'm going to take what's mine. And that's what I'm talking about with the baddest motherfucker title. And I need that belt made as soon as possible.
And has being a father now change the way you approach the fight or just the way you think about the entire game?
I've been a father for years. Fathering all kinds of these little motherfuckers.